Hey ladies, so here we are with a little video of our 4-cross press break. We had a little bit of trouble breaking the press this past weekend, and so we're putting in another press break so we have some options in case we need it. I'm going to talk through the 4-cross both in terms of how it will help us attack a zone press and how it will help us attack a man press. So I'm going to start with zone first. So the way the 4-cross works is obviously we need someone to inbound the ball who is a good decision maker. We need our best ball handler to set up here at the elbow opposite the ball, and our second best ball handler in the court to be here. So those are our two ball handlers on the court. Okay. Our 4 and our 5 are, again, pretty much anybody else. They're not typically the best ball handlers on the court. So what's going to happen is this. Now, first of all, obviously, and I have these green guys set up in like a 2-2-1 press. It doesn't really matter what kind of zone press. If we can enter the ball into either one of these guys in the middle, we'll just take off. The press will be broken. If we can hit the middle of the press, look to the outsides, press is broken. I'm going to assume that they're going to take this away from us. It's typically what teams will do if we set up in a 4-cross. So when the ball gets to our 2 guard, as the ball is in the air, everybody has a job, okay? So the 4's job is going to be to loop towards the sideline. And I actually really like the 4 to kind of set up behind this guy. I assume this guy's going to be coming to be involved in some sort of trap or something. So the 4 should kind of loop behind, which is helpful because it makes this person have to kind of shade this way if we get there. So the 4 is going hard, and if we can just enter the ball ahead to 4, again, we will, and we will all run the floor and the press is over, okay? So again, ball's in the air, 4's going hard to the sideline, right, trying to get behind this defender. The 1 is getting to the middle of the press. So when I look at where the press is right now, when I look at where these 5 people are, the 1 is getting to the middle of the press. So depending on what's happening, like this may be a trap coming. This person may be taking away the middle. This guy may be taking away this, and she may be coming here. I don't know. But 1 is getting to the middle of whatever this press looks like. Don't hide behind 1. Stay here in the middle so you're an option. Okay? So in the 3 guy is stepping in. And if you're the 3 guy, what's really important, you can't leave the 2 hanging out to dry. You need to get all the way in a passing lane. So don't come over here and get mad. Don't come over here and get mad that the 2's not passing the ball to you if there's some pressure, okay? You need to get yourself all the way into a passing lane if you have to, all right? Now, 5, you have an interesting job because obviously you'd like to be an option here. So, if this is what the press looked like, maybe you're trying to kind of post up in the middle and look for a pass. Maybe the ball goes to the 1 and then you're taken off for a dunk. That would be fantastic. But what you're not doing is going too far, because if the ball reverses to 3, here's what's happening. The 1 is staying in the middle, okay, because the 1 is our point guard and we want the 1 to be there for us in case we can get the ball to the middle. Because if we can, then this press is broken and we're off to the races. When the ball reverses 5, you need to make sure that you show up here as an option. Okay, so we'll have the 1 in the middle of the press. The 2 will still be over here in their wing, and you'll be an option. At this point now, the 4 kind of gets to be the person that can run and make some decisions back there. Okay, the most important person in the press right now is the 3. Okay, what the 3 needs to do right now is take this ball with them. And I don't think I can have them take the ball, but the 3 needs to take the ball. They need to dribble directly. And by the way, I don't really like a lot of dribbling against a zone press. Obviously, if the 3 can swing it here, we'll break it. But if this guy is guarded, let's say this guy is guarded, what the 3 needs to do is dribble directly at this player. Dribble directly at this player. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to force this person to make a decision. If they stop you, you're going to be able to dump the ball to our point guard, and we're going to be off to the races, okay? If this person comes to stop you, you're going to be able to dump it to 5, and we're off to the races. And if neither one of those people stop you, like if this person just keeps hanging with 1, they're just going to dribble down the court and break the press, okay? So the 3 is a really important job. The one thing that the 3 cannot do out of this 4-cross press break is dribble back towards where the ball came. Because look at this. All the defenders are over on this side, and we don't want to do that, okay? So again, the idea here is everybody's got to roll. Someone is catching the ball. Just going to get everybody back to where they were. The 4 is going to go wide, so we have an option here. The 1 is going to go to the middle. This is obviously when the ball is in. 3 is stepping behind to be an option, to not leave that 2 stranded. And the 5, again, you can make some decisions. You can run the floor, but you also need to show back up here if the ball swings to be an option for 3. Okay, so pretty simple 4 across. If you've run a 4 across for a team, it's probably been super similar rules. Now, let's add a little wrinkle to this. What if they're playing man? Well, first of all, if they're playing man with a guy on the ball, then we don't even need to run this thing, because we're just going to take our fastest guy and we're going to put him here, and we're going to have you take 1 step toward the ball, and then we're going to have you beat this guy for a nice baseball pass for a layup. I say you're probably only be able to do that once, but we played a game in a tournament last year where we did it like 3 times in a row to Eleanor for 3 layups in a row. So we'll definitely take someone long if that's the case. I can't imagine teams would stay in that for very long. Probably have a guy behind it, is my guess. If that's the case and we're having trouble entering the ball, here's what we want to do. These are our 2 best guards. We would like the ball in their hands to start. Okay, so what we'll do is when we set up 4 across against man, even though we say 4 across, I'm going to encourage the 5 to be a little lower and the 4 to be a little lower. So you guys will be closest to the ball. So it's a 4 cross, but it's a little bit of a zigzag. When the 3 gets out of bounds, 3 can probably run the floor. You want to go ahead and set picks for our guards. So the 4 is going to come set a pick for the 2, and the 5 is going to come set a pick for 1. So 1 and 2, you're just going to use those picks to get open. Now 3, you need to make good decisions. So as soon as our guards come free, you'd like to enter the ball to them. You'll do the same thing and be behind them. Now, if this is a man press with a little pick here, we should be able to dribble through it. If they're just making it difficult to get in, and then they are trapping and they're in the zone, we'll do our same press break. 4 will still go behind. 1 will still hit the middle. 5 will still come wide. 3 will still come behind. So if it's a man press, we'll just break it with a few little picks up the court and dribble through. If it's just make it a difficult look to get it in, and then they're back into a zone, then we'll be back into our 4 across press break. And at the end of the day, if something breaks down, Coach and I were trying to say this at practice, look, in order to break a press, you take a look at what we have here. We need someone in the middle, preferably a good ball handler, okay? We need 2 people who are nice and wide toward the sideline to spread our press out, and we need someone behind. And obviously we have this guy who can make lots of decisions back here if she needs to get open. So if something gets scrambled, just make sure you fill those spaces and we'll be fine. If you have a little composure, we should have no problem breaking a press. We have plenty of good ball handlers on this team. You just need to remain calm. And we will have plenty of time to practice this press break against one another over the next couple weeks before our next tournament. All right, so take a look at this again. Guards are probably going to be the 1, 2, or the 3. Forwards, you're probably the 4 and the 5. But if you're someone like Abby Zuber or Soph or Lauren Kuchar or even Eleanor, you may need to learn some of the other spots as well, because you're also really good ball handlers, and we might want to be flexible with you. Okay, so let us know if you have any questions. Again, we'll have plenty of time to rep this over the next couple weeks.